good Greeks. These are about the good Greeks from the past. 330 years before Christ was born is written 330 BC. 330 BC before Christ. BC. There's where the BC comes in. In the year 2017, 3030 BC was 2018 plus 2,348 years ago. Now it's a few more years later. In 330 BC, the man who wrote 6 books about shapes was called Euclid. Euclid is how to say Euclid. The maths of triangles, rectangles and circles is geometry. Circles. Teachers don't like saying I am a circles teacher, so they say I am a geometry teacher, which means the same but sounds better. Geometry. 6 books. His whole life was working on geometry. He did his whole career was drawing triangles. Shapes on paper is now called Euclidean Geometry in his honor. Euclidean Geometry. School has to teach you the whole of Euclidean Geometry in 3 weeks. Yeah, they tell you all the angles of circles. Angles 360 is a whole circle. 180 degrees is half a circle. 180 degrees is a triangle. They have to tell you all this stuff that the guy found out in his whole life in 3 weeks. Some people think saying Christ will offend religious people, so they say BCE, meaning before Common Era. But it works out the same as BC. B before, C common, E era. 287 BC is the same year as 287 BCE. If you want to know, some people get upset. Engineers make things. Engineers. Getting to the Greeks. Here we go, I finally got to the year 287 BC. The world's greatest engineer was Archimedes. Engineer. Archimedes invented, he did lots of things, a lever machine that smashed enemy ships. Archimedes, it picked the big jaws, picked up the ships and turned them over. Archimedes' great lever was called the Great War Claw. He used it to stop the Romans getting Syracuse. Archimedes, which is down south in Italy. Archimedes. At the time, the people that owned the island of Sicily at the end of Italy was the Greeks. The Greeks had got there first, and then the Romans wanted to get Italy. Levers in the claw lifted up the Roman ships and sunk them. Levers are things that, well, open tins for a start. Archimedes used his engineering skills to make ropes go over round wooden pulleys. Pulleys are circular things. They go round and they've got ropes on top of them, ropes or wires. With ropes and pulleys, even a weak pulleys, double L, even from pulleys, you can pull things you couldn't otherwise pull. You can pull a lorry along, even though you couldn't pull a lorry along before. When you've got pulleys and ropes, you can. Could lift huge weights. The ropes and pulleys were also used to speed up the unloading of ships. Yeah, this really helped, actually. It was not just killing people, killing Romans. Archimedes said, give me a big enough lever and somewhere to stand and I will move the world. Yeah, he's kind of famous for saying that. I've never heard anyone say that he didn't say that, so maybe he did say it. He said it in Greek, though. So that's a translation. At the very most, it's what he's famous for saying. Today we use wire ropes and steel pulleys to unload ships. Yeah, big cranes with pulleys and wire ropes. They look like ropes, but they're made out of metal, all twisted up. BC means years before Christ was born. Christ. Actually, Christ we now think was born like 3 or 5 AD. But anyway, we did somebody 100 years after Jesus was born said this is going to be 0, and we've used it ever since. Sometimes written BCE, before Common Era. iPhones were invented in 2007 AD. AD means Anno Domino. It means after Christ was born. Circle and triangle maths is called geometry. Engineers make things. Yeah, scientists do all the equations, all the thinking and stuff, and then the engineers go and make them. Levers help you lift things. Helped you list things. Yeah, the levers. Scissors are levers, because the further away from the scissory part you put your fingers, the stronger you get. Ropes are pulled over pulleys to unload ships' pulleys. That's it. That's about the good Greek called Archimedes. That whole one was all about Archimedes and Euclid. My name is Gary. I'm a teacher and tutor in Hong Kong. If you want me to help you with your maths and science, then tell your mum to send me an email. Good luck, Gary, hk@gmail.com. If you like my videos, press like. If you double like my videos, press subscribe to get more of them. There's like 50 or so. There's more. There's ones about all sorts of maths and science. Everything that's in your exams is explained in my videos. Bye!